We are live.
Wow. Hey, good morning. Good morning.
No, please don't.
Good morning. Good
No.
morning.
You know, you potentially will be the most annoying person at the old folks' home.
Oh, yeah. But I will lead them in good morning.
When does here's a question for the universe. When does going to an old folks' home and the old timey references stop? Like when you're in there and they sing "Good morning," and like I wish Bing Crosby was still around. When are you going to go to an old folks home and they go, that Jimmy Page, he
Yeah,
really can play guitar?
It's already happening, man.
I don't know about that. I go to
It's
the old
coming
folks
for us.
home and they're going to go 23 Skidoo. What I want to go to an old folks home where the old person goes, cool beans.
I've been to a number of concerts where the average age is 2 weeks before old folks home.
But I want the pop culture references going. Can someone put on Matlock? Can someone put on the Matlock, please?
I used to get my kids those Beanie Babies. Those were shit.
Listen, nothing can make me more happy that when people go, we got to get the Beanie Babies. It's a good investment.
Right.
And now there's a rumor. My mom had a friend that was all about the Beanie Babies.
Wow. Hey.
And I hope they took piled them up in the backyard and set a bonfire up with them.
Sherry's aunt, I think, had to be like sequestered because she couldn't stop buying American baby dolls.
American Girl dolls?
Yeah, American Girl dolls.
I kind of think
she had like hundreds of them.
I kind of think that those still have some sort of value. I do.
Okay, well, it doesn't matter because she spent all her fucking money on it. Like way too much.
How old was she when she did this?
She was started in her like 60s.
All right, she should be locked up.
Yeah. Well, now, yeah, put away. Her money taken away.
I'm taking the misspelling of my name as an insult. Thank you.
Rib and Jam.
Yeah.
Jam is my prison name.
Hey, I'll tell you this. Okay, the Golden Girls defy age. Because I remember it when I was in college. It was on in the morning. And me and my roommates, we watched the
Everyone watched Golden Girls.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
The Golden Girls defy. Hey, Zepp, I saw some post you made where you missed out on an expensive Zeppelin record. What was the deal with that record? Why is that a record that goes for dough? Let me know in the comments below.
I have to talk to Bob Say about a record.
What's the record?
I can't say.
You can say.
The afterwards I will.
Does it rhyme with Zappa?
No. It rhymes with Beatles.
Vance says he gave you a shout out.
Nice. Hey, look, everybody. We got some jazz.
Hold on one second.
Yeah. We got the Chet Baker. Look at that picture, man. That's a nice shot, huh? This is actually a really good record. I like it. I like 97% of what Chet Baker
Well,
puts
if
out.
you have, basically it's all the music that was recorded when they shot the documentary Let's Get Lost.
Right.
I have the soundtrack of it. I've streamed that. You can stream it.
Yeah. I streamed it too. That's why I decided to put it on the cover.
There's a request from the stage.
Every time I see Zappa record, I think of Jim. Yes.
No, this page 4. Go to page 4.
Oh yeah. 1, 2, 3, bang! Look on page 4. It's got my name. Oh wait, no. It also says. Look what Chris put in.
Right. He's looking. It's like a want list.
Chris's want list. But then, we've also got all the people that make this paper come together. And look, M Theory Records, Soundsations, Caveman, Grady's. Dang, we got the record stores in here, folks. Get out there and pick this bugger up.
Well, not everyone can get out there and pick it up.
Okay.
I will say, everyone who participates in my that buys stuff in my auctions. I include a copy of that, and it'll be. I think I'm going to do one a week from Saturday.
And you can subscribe. Saturday. You can subscribe at recordcollectornews.com.
Yeah, but for a good person who makes that comment would drop a link in the chat for people to subscribe.
Anyway, look, Hana's got a new SL Mark II. That should be good. I think that's Mazzy's cartridge. What other interesting crap is there in this mag? Mag. We got the Beatles anthology. That's been talked to death about. This could have been a look. Here's Chet Baker. What is he thinking about, do you think? What's he dreaming about, Rob?
Heroin.
Heroin?
Easy. That's an easy one.
Okay. Old Chet likes his heroin. And that's it. We got a great paper. Mm-hmm. Jazzy gift guide. We have a jazzy gift guide. Yusuf Lateef, Wes Montgomery, Art Pepper, or it's a great issue. It really is. Lots of great ads. Very excited. And I'm going to take a break as soon as it's distributed. Go pick it up.
Well, how much of it have you picked up already?
I've only picked up about 5,000.
Okay.
A third.
Nice.
Yeah, the classifieds in Goldmine was awesome, but in the 90s. But the difference was there was something in the 90s that didn't really exist called fucking eBay, which killed classifieds. And all the other, now there's Discogs. So you don't need classifieds no mo. And my classifieds, unfortunately, are not timely. But yeah, that was the best part of Goldmine. Anyone ever see Goldmine anymore? I subscribe.
Where would you see it?
I guess at a record store or a bookstore or magazine stand, or does anyone subscribe?
Matt, are you talking to us from 15 years ago, Jim? What magazine stand? Name one magazine stand that if I held a gun to your head and said, take me to a magazine stand.
World Book of News, Cahuenga, and Hollywood.
Is there the one in Beverly? Is there the one on Beverly anymore?
Probably, yeah, I'm sure. There used to be 20 or 50. Now there's 3.
You know what we're going to do today? I'm going to demand you take me to a magazine stand.
I'm going to take you Cahuenga and Hollywood. Actually, to be honest with you, my family used to own that back in the 40s.
Big Ian, if you follow Decibel on Instagram, they said they're leaving that location and moving to another one, but it's been publicized by them.
Huh.
So all I can tell you is I plan on going to DC. Hopefully, if I can find a ticket that isn't $5,000. So, they're moving. They're moving, or they're something. I don't know.
Jim, I don't have any Mark II. I have a Umami Blue cart.
Oh, the blue. Is that's a step above the Mark II?
I don't know about the marks, but
that's a step above the.
It's below the red and above the ML.
Right.
Hey, Matt. Jim doesn't distribute at the airport. I don't think he's allowed at the airport.
You should shave your head. You should shave your head and put one of those little, wear some saffron and walk around with some bells and hand out.
Distribute my paper there.
Yeah.
Hey, Big Ian. The stores you go to in DC, join custody. They have 2 stores in 2 different places. that's the store.
CD Seller's good too. Go there too.
No, I mean that's good too, but it's in Virginia, Northern Virginia.
What the hell's the difference? It's like down the street. What difference does that make?
Okay,
Seriously.
so Jim, when I say let's drive down Orange County to go to one of those stores, what do you say to me?
I say no fucking way.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah. No, we got to go down there. I want to go see Black Dog.
Well,
Norman, good morning.
Is this your first jazz issue ever?
No.
Does the Boomer Scalper have a jazz article in it?
Was I kicked out? I wrote an article, but Jim says
your article's not in. There's no room. There's so many fucking ads.
Yeah.
And you know what this new and to do is these listings are too long. Oh, we got a great piece in here. This is why you got bumped. You know who Bob Lefsetz is?
Yeah.
He let me reprint one of his emails about the Grammy nominations.
One of his rants.
So I put it in. He said I could do it. It's good.
Okay,
it's really good.
So an article about Grammy nominations bumped a Boomer Scalper that talks about shopping for records in the rain.
Bumped an AI written Boomer Scalper that. Yeah.
So you only have articles written by Jewish people in your magazine?
Yeah.
No. Actually, the cover is written by someone from the Middle East, not of the Jewish persuasion. Thank you very much. Thank you very much,
Jim. People that have
advantage of. I'm an equal opportunity. Take advantage of writer guy. I'll take advantage of any writer I can.
I know.
Underpay them and fuck their shit up. And
when are you mailing people that subscribe their issues?
They went out already. They went out yesterday.
Okay.
So yeah, and I sent out the yeah.
I have some record to show that I got.
Records.
Kind of as thank yous, but I bought a record. One of my favorite box sets of the year I bought earlier in the year. I think it was in the spring, but it's been in the queue. There's a Hoffman Forum that goes back almost 10 years that it's coming out, and it finally came out this year. It's called Autumn Stone. It's this comp by the Small Faces. And this guy, Robert, what's his name? Robert I don't have it right here, but anyway, he sent me a thank you of some other things he's working on, and I'll go backwards. And so some of these things may be out already, and some are not, so I don't really know. The very first two Humble Pie albums. Now, the Humble Pie records, the first two were never issued initially in America, only in the UK, of course. Steve Marriott, Peter Frampton. These are the first two.
Well, wait, when they became big, that music wasn't issued at all?
Well, I think it finally was as a two for these two. Yeah,
okay.
Obviously. They eventually were signed to A&M, but the problem was the first two were on Immediate Records. Immediate Records was Andrew Loog Oldham's label, and it was imploding. That's why the Small Faces got fucked, and Humble Pie got fucked because they came out right. Yeah, thank you, Robert Kager. Thank you. Yeah, we've corresponded back and forth. I just woke up. Sorry, Robert Kager. So he reached out to me and he sent me these. I don't know if these are out already or they're coming out because there was no note about it. So I have to find out. I wrote him. Then he sent me. This is cool. This is. It looks like a official bootleg. There's a whole Small Faces series here, and this is a 2 LP. This is a live show from the earliest live show they have on recording from Belgium in 1966 or 67. So this came out in 2021. So this has been out for 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
But he sent it to me, and it's signed by Kenny Jones.
That's a real signature.
Yeah. He works. Kenny Jones works with him on all these reissues. So he sent it to me. So Kenny Jones was a drummer in the Small Faces.
Everyone knows Kenny Jones. He replaced Keith Moon in the Who.
Yeah, exactly. And but this is the coolest thing. I'm trying to find out if this is out already, but it has a November date. on the sheet here. This is a press release. I mean, excuse me. This is a test pressing of Ogden Nut. This is their biggest record in the UK, and it's
Well, I
also
mean,
signed.
it was a big record here, right?
Not as big. A lot of Americans didn't get side two, but yeah, it had late. And it was it's the round cover one. But Kenny Jones signed the test pressing, and it has the test pressing information here. The date is November 11th, 2025. This sheet. So my guess is this is something coming out. I
So
don't know.
wait, is this label a US based label?
No, UK.
UK.
It's basically the Small Faces own label, and then it gets
Okay.
distributed by different people. It's not a white label. Well, I haven't even opened it because it just arrived, and I didn't know if this is. I don't know. Oh, it is a white label. It's a test pressing. It's not a promo. It's a test pressing. So I suppose this is coming out in the new year, but I'm trying to find out. I wrote him. He hasn't written me back yet. This is a mono cut of it, but I mean, this has been reissued on and off over the
Do you
years.
have the original circular album?
Not the original UK. I have a 1972 or 73 APCO took it over. What's his name's label? The Stones, Alan Klein's label, and it came round but in a square outer sleeve, and that's about a 72 issue, I think, or 73.
I mean, I've found a circular US pressing twice. I found it twice.
Yeah, yeah. It's the side two. I forgot. If anyone's here from British, there's a famous.
If anyone's here from British people or the UK,
anyone here from the UK knows that comedian, the talkie guy who does the voiceover on side two. They originally wanted Spike Milligan, but Spike Mulligan didn't want to do it. So they got the guy who does the talkie thing, and a lot of Americans get confused by it, but it's kind of cool.
Hey, Big Ian, we have a rap problem in the chat.
You know, Charlie might have reissued them at some point in the 70s. I don't know, because remember, Immediate went out of print, and there were a lot of was it Sire? They did a lot of twofers for these records in the 70s, like Small Faces. All the Immediate stuff came out as a twofer, kind of a not really a budget, but twofer in the 70s. Spike Milligan, thank you, Big Ian. Yes,
Spike Milligan wasn't ever popular here, was he? No,
not really. But he was huge. I mean, him and Peter Sellers, the Goon Show, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And that's how George Martin was producing comedy for Parlophone, and the Beatles were like the first pop app. I mean, I think they had a few other kind of pop apps that weren't big. Yeah, the Autumn Stone comp is great. He actually, let's see. He actually sent me a CD of it. The thing about the new one, the new box is 3 records instead of 2 records. It sounds better. I have an original, a UK, and it was such a great comp. And it goes for not a ton of money. Maybe it goes for $100. The original, maybe a little more. But the new one with the box with the expanded, and they have better tapes they did, because that was slapped together. Even though it was a good comp, it was slapped together by Immediate to try to make some money. And then, of course, Immediate went under and folded in '69. So anyway, you can get it on CD too.
Mm-hmm.
So remastered, restored, expanded. So there's a few unreleased tracks that weren't on the other one too. So
What's their best album?
I don't know. I still think getting the Autumn. This is a good one, but Ogden Nut is great. That's might be their best, but they only made 3 albums. Yeah, it's morning. I just woke up, so
you should try to do better, Mads.
No, and Michelle's here. She came back from Portland. She took the train back, so I picked her up last night. She's driving back.
So is that why you're talking like a creepy overnight DJ?
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to, wake her up, and she's driving back to the alpaca farm. She visited her son in Portland, stayed there over Thanksgiving. So
And stay tuned
well,
on the stormy night
I,
overnight.
I'm respectful when I have house guests.
Yeah, you make them walk into chandeliers. That's how respectful you are.
Thank you for worrying about me. I'm fine.
Yes.
Roger, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So are we over now? All that fucking record store day shit. So we
No,
can move on.
no, people are still waiting for that you discover 50% off sale like they did last year. I don't does anyone remember when they did that? Was it late in December?
I don't know. That's the one where people got fucked up, and some people they just refunded
No,
their
that was
money and
Blue.
gave them
It
their
was Blue. It was Blue Note. That's when
oh,
Blue Note
Blue
did it,
Note.
not you discover.
Got it.
Okay, hold on. Best album. There are but four small
That's
faces.
true. Now, okay, that's only an American comp initially. The American comp is the one to get. I forgot about that. It's early in the morning. That's the one with Ichigu Park on it, and Here Comes the Nice. So that
So
would be
what?
the one.
Explain to me the transition between the small faces and the faces.
Okay, after this album, they were started working on another album. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and Steve, in fact, on Autumn Stone, you got some of the tracks on there that would have been the album after this. And the record company was screwing up and everything. So, but then again, even though the record company was screwing up, Steve Marriott stayed with the record company, but he went off, hooked up with Peter Frampton, who was in a band called The Herd, and formed uh, the album I just showed you, Humble Pie. And so the rest of the band, were kind of left there. And so Ronnie Wood and Rod Stewart joins them, and they become the Faces. And I think they did. In fact, there was a not Black Friday. There was that Rhino, not Reserve, but there was a Rhino issue recently that has their first demos and jam stuff, which is pretty good. One side is very good. One side is from a cassette. Came out. I showed it on one of my shows recently. I got it. It was early stuff, and then of course they did a rehearsal at Rolling Stones studio, and they recorded some stuff. And then the first step was their first album. But they were actually bigger in America. They were pretty big in the UK, and John Peel, the DJ, really promoted them. The BBC CD set, and there was a 2 LP. I don't know if it was a record store day. 2 LP BBC. I just showed that too because I love that. A sampler of that BBC stuff is really good. Those BBC shows are great by the Faces. Dave. Oh, by the way, Kimbo and I are having an auction, Whatnot auction tomorrow, Wednesday, 4:30 p.m. Later today, I'll have some of the stuff up. The stuff left over from the aborted auction. I said aborted, Kimbo, last time where we had some glitches, technical glitches.
Interesting. Tomorrow, what time are you doing it?
4:30 p.m. Yeah, I like the Faces. I mean, they're a different group, but also Rod Stewart had a parallel. His solo career was going on right during him and the Faces.
So what? Yeah, what is the story with like Never a Dull Moment and stuff like that? Was that at the same time or later?
I don't know exactly which one in what order right now. But yeah, those from 1970, first few years of the 70s, those Faces album, Long Player and Ooh La La, and Rod Stewart was putting out records on Mercury.
Right.
Those are good records.
Good
I think
records.
those are his best records.
Me too.
But okay, so what's the difference between Faces and the early Jeff Beck albums?
Well, Jeff Beck's album with Rod Stewart's not on every track. It's half of it is instrumental, or some of it is.
I understand, but it
So it's just
sounds
the two of them. I mean, there's other. It doesn't have
No,
any of the other
it's a
faces.
full band.
Yeah, but it's not the other faces. If that's what you're saying. I forgot who's on it. Someone will tell us here. The faces were a separate entity. I think someone's going to tell me. I thought they asked Jeff Beck to be in. Actually, they asked Jeff Beck to be in the Rolling Stones too, I believe, or at least reached out to
Hey,
him.
can I would like to have a philosophical discussion with you, Mazzy, and Jim too.
Uh-oh.
Last
Yeah.
night, I do a monthly live stream with Grant from Grant's Rock Warehouse, where we do no skip albums, what we believe to be no skip albums. And it seems to be going well. I think it was our sixth or seventh one we've done. I picked Creedence, Willie and the Po' Boys, and The Cure, Boys Don't Cry. Those are the ones I picked.
So you
I
wanted to
did.
pick records with boys in the title.
Okay, Mazzy.
Well, it's
Wow.
true.
Michelle. So but we did this live stream and it went well, and it really is an audience that only knows me from doing videos with Grant. Most of the people, there's a few there that know me from here. And it's a fun time, and we have good chemistry with each other. We get each other's pop culture references and
Boys
stuff
will
like
be
that.
boys.
Do you need to go off camera for a second, Massey? So, would you call that practice of me going on Grant's channel to participate in a live stream, participating in the VC? Would you call that, Mazzy? Would you call it that?
Of course, of course.
Oh, thank you.
Why did somebody say you don't?
No, there's a
Shameless
hold on.
self-promotion.
There's a butthurt person who is now taken on the moniker of they don't participate in the VC.
Oh, okay. So that's a different.
So I'm just clarifying to this person who's butthurt because of their inability to connect with people, and blaming it on a group of people who actually truly do participate in the VC, celebrate the VC, do everything with the VC's about. They don't go on people's posts. And Mazzy's going off screen. They don't.
I have to sneeze.
Okay. Well, we can visually watch you sneeze.
So I just coughed.
Achoo. Achoo. So
Achoo.
They don't go on people's posts and post negative comments. They don't bash people for doing what they enjoy doing. Listen, Craig, you're a smart dude. You can figure it out.
You know, let me respond to that. A few. Hey, Rocky O. Hi, Rocky.
Who's Rocky O?
I know him. He's a regular on my not regular response. Rocky, send me an email. I'm sorry, I'm going to send a message out here. Send me an email with your mailing address. I probably have it somewhere, but send me an email with your mailing address, Rocky. Okay, back to your response. Every few years, I don't know, just before the pandemic, this whole thing about this bullshit about this person's in the VC, this person's not in the VC. Does it matter, really? In fact, when Dylan opened his store and was selling records, and I did one of the first collaborations that either of us did with Dylan and I from Noble Records. And then people were bashing him for not being really in the VC. People have said that to me over the years, but I definitely participate. I mean, it's a way of people saying this, and I don't understand what that's about. Like, I don't do every contest. I don't do every thread. And even when
I'm not in the VC, and no one ever gives me shit about it.
Well, even when I do my videos,
you're in the VD.
To be honest with you, when I do a video, I don't say, "Hey VC." I want to talk to everybody, not just the VC.
Can I let's stick to what participating in the VC is. I do 2 live streams a week that go about 2 hours each, right? People come up here and talk on screen, but a component of these live streams is you guys commenting in the chat.
And that could be anybody.
Right. So you guys let's just mathematically make this make sense. There are 163 people watching right now. There's about less than 30 people commenting in the chat. Are those other 130 people not participating in the VC because they're
Good
not
question.
commenting?
Good.
Huh?
Oh, what is? Yeah.
So I'm
Here, I'm
just
gonna
saying,
see.
I'm just trying to allow someone to channel their anger privately in another way. And here's one thing. Let's keep it simple. We all eat food to survive, right?
No.
Okay, so I hang out with Jim a lot, and a lot of the things we do is we go grab lunch or eat something. Jim is between the both of us, he poo-poos a lot of suggestions I make. He poo-poos after we eat, but he puts down so that he doesn't like everything.
Right.
So, Jim, when you don't like a particular place that we've gone to, do you stand outside that restaurant and scream at everyone not to go in there?
No, I do not. I do
You
not.
just don't waste your time with it, right?
I look for the next place.
So essentially this butthurt person is going everywhere he can and screaming, "Don't eat in this
Well,
place. Don't eat here. It's
well,
not good."
that's what that guy thinks his job is. I'm gonna tell you.
Well, I don't know. I'm just trying to make sense of it without bashing this person. I'm trying to allow this person to just go and be who you are somewhere where the
I
5
think
people that appreciate it will watch you.
the way to say that from the old country would be something like gain, which means go, gain, kakanoff and yam,
Yes, I know
which
what that
means
is.
you would go
To
and
take
then
a shit?
in the
Yeah.
ocean.
Yeah. I forgot about the ocean part. Rob, some
Often
people,
yam is in
there
the
are
yam.
some people who don't, like, I don't know that person that was you're referring to. Do you know who that person is,
I don't.
Rob?
Dude,
Is it someone you're aware of, or just some
what
random
are you talking?
person?
The person I'm saying, the butthurt
Yeah,
person?
yeah.
Person
If you don't know who I'm talking about right now,
Well,
Mazzy, please go stick your head in the toilet and flush
yeah.
it 3
I don't
times.
know. Okay. The thing is, I don't know why there's a so small segment who say that feel you have to identify everything with the VC. And as much, obviously, by coming on your stream, when I used to come on Rachel's, going on the Jazz Bums, I've been accused of going on too many streams, which means I participate with the VC a lot. However, I like to make my content, I guess, if you want to call it that. When you say content, people get suspicious of you too. My videos, I want to make them for everyone, not just limit them. It's
Yeah,
about
well,
music and
but
not just
here's the
limited.
Mazzy. Here's the funny thing about you, and I'll keep saying this. There is no need for you to explain yourself.
No,
I don't explain. I don't explain myself.
but I'm responding to your thing. That's the
But
thing.
no, my response is here's what I do. So I had a conversation with another person last night about this, and here's what I said to him because I think this person's very passionate, and that leads to easily being. I don't even want to use the strong word of hurt feelings.
but hurting.
Here's my philosophy with entertainment or anything you do to truly distract yourself from your real life. We all work hard. I'm going to give everyone this credit. We all work hard and we all take too much brain energy dealing with what we do for a living or the serious parts of our lives. What we crave as humans is a break from it. This live stream is a 2-hour distraction from the horribleness of your lives. That's what it is.
So it's not VC then, not VC.
The person or what?
No, this show. This is more like therapy
I
for
mean,
you.
if you this is VC, I
Sorry.
think.
Yeah, I think it's totally CV.
But who?
No,
who
but
cares if it is?
and this was like this is my philosophy like with movies. When I did for a living, this is how I developed this idea with pop culture. everyone wants a distraction, like a movie. People go to the movies for a 2-hour distraction from their life. Take me out of my life. Let me think about something else and enjoy myself. So if people don't have that philosophy with this and they really hype on nonsense, why
Yeah.
do you even participate?
I mean,
That's what
come
I'm
on,
saying.
20 minutes of fucking faces, small faces. Ogden's nut gone. 20 goddamn minutes. It's why
Do you
that
have that
VC?
out, Jim? Do you have that album?
I would say that's VC.
Hey, can I put a
I'm not a
That's
fan.
that's
Honestly,
British. That's British VC.
it's VC. No, but it's vinyl community. And there's a lot of bitching at each other in between. But we do. This is a 2-hour bitch fest slash. Oh my
I
God, are we
don't
still talking about the Beatles? You know,
We could talk about America's recent war crime activity yesterday.
see, and that's not what we're
That's
doing.
not
So
Hey,
VC.
Mazzy, did you watch the last episode of South Park?
I haven't seen it yet. I can't
No,
wait. I've seen
You
bits.
should go watch
I
that.
yeah. I don't have that, but
But you know, fucking, run out groove information. Is that not vinyl community?
it's
Is that not?
yes, vinyl community is like high school. There are different sectors. There's the jocks, there's the stoners, there's the art students, there's
Yeah. What's
Uh,
happened
there's the
is
nerds. It's
when I've
all
Yeah,
been
there.
around.
it's clear. It's clearly simple. I've kind of made it a practice here to not talk about politics with the whole philosophy that this is a distraction from the nonsense.
Right.
I strongly suggest anyone who does not like me, believe it or not, there are a ton of people who don't like me. And you want to know something? Most of them ignore me, don't watch me, probably block my channel and live their lives. But there are a
Hey,
few chosen people who want to be labeled as butthurt people and complain about it. That's all.
hey, Herc. I'm only can speak for myself. I tried to reach out at several times, and then
That-
I got
uh,
the kickback I got back was one sided. So I know what you're saying. I tried in Austin to hook these two together.
don't make it so specific.
Well,
Okay. Yeah, Mazzy
I only can
wants
speak
to
for
be,
myself.
but you want to be liked. But
I want to be liked.
I'm the half I'm giving out is I care more about Matthew Petty. I care about him. I hope you're doing well, Matthew Petty. I don't so much care about Big Ian though. Vinyl Piper, I'm holding that record hostage from you.
Okay, what does Big Ian refer to?
Big Ian, I could go in privately.
Yeah.
Okay, there are several people in the chat who I guess now enjoy me and like this stream.
Marty nailed it.
All right,
Marty
resend me another link, Greg. I will watch it and I will proudly talk about it. Okay. Listen, Big Ian. There was a point in time. Let me tell you about the history of Big Ian. I came to know Big Ian as not a big lover of the waxed. He didn't care for me, and he told people it. But then it was almost like he was visited by 3 ghosts one night who showed him the errors of his ways.
And Big Ian
And
and
he
I have
woke up the
mended
next morning,
fences.
but he woke up the next morning in his nightgown and his little night hat,
With his
and he
candle.
ran through the streets proclaiming the waxed is good. And then he came around to his senses and came here and enjoyed me for who I am.
Is that a Christmas parable?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
We've mended fences.
Hey, everyone. Let me just tell you something. It took Jim a good 40 minutes to figure this out.
And
so if you want to subscribe.
I didn't do it right. It's not even a link. You should just be able to click it. But anyway, yeah. Beat the price increase. This is the best one we've ever done. And you definitely want to start subscribing.
Hey,
This is the only time we've ever done an issue 116, and we're never going to do it again.
all right, okay,
Ever.
but I'm gonna help you, Jim.
Thank you.
If you want Jim's recipe for banana bread, it's in the new issue, so sign up for it.
Wait a minute. Oh my God. We should start doing recipes. Come on.
Well, recipes of famous musicians or their favorite food. So in the next issue of Record Collector News is Elvis's peanut butter and banana sandwich
peanut butter and
recipe.
banana sandwich. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. As a matter of fact, we may eat one on whatever. But yeah, that's a good idea. I think we should do.
There was a video, Ben Rankin. I like Ben Rankin. We did a couple collaborations. He's Australian guy, wears very colorful shirts, sometimes hats, bald guy, mostly Australian music. And he's done a series of these interviews, or not interviews, hangouts with Lionel Richie and Cosmic Brian. They're great. They're fun. And Richie went on. I got to talk to Richie about this because I like Richie, but he talked about how come some people think Mazzy's pretentious, and the answer was, according to him, because I have a big old ass coffee maker, and I know you always exactly. I was part of it. And the thing is, as I said before, and Rob will say you don't have to defend yourself, but the fact is, I got it free because it was from the photo studio we had. So I mean, why not use
That's
a big
not
ass?
good enough of an excuse, Maz.
Director.
It's not.
Okay.
It's not. You are fancy, my friend. That is a fancy.
Yeah. Well,
one.
you know
what else? You have a fancy stereo. Just saying.
I do. Not like
top of the line, Rego.
I mean, I have a very nice stereo. Believe me, I'm a very good setup. Yeah, but a lot of people in the vinyl community do too. Some do, some don't. Some, it's prioritizing. Look at Mike Ingroup. I mean, he sells the gear, so it helps too. But that's
My turntable is worth more than my wife's car.
Hey, Big Ian, you don't say Mazzy is a bit of a fancy boy. You say Mazzy's a bit of a fancy lad. That's how you use it. Fancy lad.
Look, the dynamics of men are explained the best in one thing, Mazzy. And that's the Odd Couple. And I'm a TV show Odd Couple guy, not the movie. The TV show is the best reason. So Mazzy is Felix. He's basically Felix.
Yeah, I'm a neat freak. I am.
Felix Unger, was that his last name? Unger?
Yes.
Yeah, and Rob is the other guy.
Hey, can we? Here's the deal. Can we all stop with the Wyoming Dave? Can you stop? Do me a favor. Stop contacting every single person in the world that you are sort of blocked. That is something I don't really have control over. It was explained to you before. This was explained to you before. I don't really have control over it. I don't want to go into why. My suggestion is create another account in YouTube and then join the chat. But please do me a favor. Stop reaching out to everyone you can and making them a middleman in all this. I don't think it's fair to them. I apologize, but that's my suggestion. Just make a new YouTube account and then come in the chat. Call yourself Wyoming Dave 2 or call yourself Dave or something else. But that's all I can explain to you now. It should be a non-issue. I don't have control over it. I don't. I promise you. I've explained this before. Thank you. We're done.
Thank you for your attention to this matter. There's my turntable.
Yes.
Very small.
You know what the problem with that turntable is?
It's ugly?
No, it's what you put on it.
Oh, there is that. Right now I have Rolling Stones, whatchamacallit, Sun Girls. Oh. I got news for you guys. This is not a bad record.
It's a good record.
This is a great kick-ass.
How come you don't have...
Again, but that suffers from my problem with Rolling Stones vinyl. At least all the US, they just don't sound good on vinyl. They sound better on CD.
Well, okay. But if you play it loud enough, and also if you have the...
I can play it loud enough.
I mean, it's got, but I'm surprised you don't have the
Hey,
cover with.
can I don't. I apologize for what I'm about to do.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to bring a Beatles question to Mazzy.
Fuck.
So when I was on with Grant last night, he brought something to my attention. There is a Beatles CD that goes for a lot of money. Do you know about this, Mazzy?
What which one?
It is a Japanese pressing of Abbey Road. It is from the early 80s. They call it the Black Triangle
Oh, I've
CD.
heard of it. I don't have it.
But Grant says he went into a record store, they didn't know what they had, and he found it for $10. But apparently it's like $150 CD.
Nice.
I've heard of it. I've heard of it.
He says it's the best sounding Abbey Road there is, at least on CD.
Okay. I have never heard it, but I know of it.
What is this one, Michael? I don't know. Orange Dutch Sterling. What is it? Is it
Orange Dutch Sterling of some girls?
Is it a vinyl pressing of it?
Yeah, vinyl pressing
orange
from Der Dutches.
You know, I have. What does he say?
Hot Stampers are the best Beatles.
Don't
that's
talk
for
to
sure.
Maz about the Beatles.
Even
okay, let's talk about.
Look, I'm not really. Hold on one second. I'm not really talking. My deal is going out digging and looking for things. Now I'm going to go out and try and see if I find this CD.
Let's talk about Prince.
I got a new CD player.
Let's talk about Prince. Now let's talk about Prince, because I want to know what you Prince fanatics think of Malachi's review in the tracking angle of the new Prince reissue of the Around the World in a Day set.
Is that the one step?
No.
Malachi is
I don't know who Malachi is. Who is
Malachi? Is the younger protege. He's one of the writers for the tracking angle. I met him, and I think Michael Frummer mentored him too, which is great. And he's a good writer. And I met him. He's here's my take. He's a good writer. I think for me, and this sounds really shitty because we're all in this short attention span. I think his reviews are way too long, personally.
Oh, wait, is Mazzy making a new friend?
I know they're gonna jump on it. You haven't seen it yet? Is it out? I don't even know if it's out yet. But he had problems with it. So go to tracking angle and read it. And I'm curious if people disagree.
Hey,
what is this? Trying to get kicked?
We're getting back to a rule in the chat. Context. Which record's a great record?
Yeah. Malachi is busy trying to get kicked out of the Pratt Institute, from what I understand. What is interesting?
Why does he go to Pratt? It's like an art school, right?
He's a very smart kid. I met him with Michael Frummer at the first Seattle show here.
He started going on about what a genius Kanye West is, right when Kanye went cuckoo for Cocoa.
I don't know. Did he say that? I'd missed that. No, he's a good writer. I think he's definitely learned a lot from Michael. What I do like about Michael Frummer's writing is that he kind of gives you context of story. And I like that, like the history of a record, his personal history. Now, some people, like with my videos, two people say, come on, Mazzy, get to the point. I have to sit through you talking about riding your bike to buy the record. That works for me. I like to tell the story, the context of how I got into the record. Frummer does that a lot with his reviews. He talks about, I think, Melinda, it was on Frummer's site. And Frummer,
hold on.
Frummer defends.
Wait, I'd like to read one of Malachi's articles from when he was 12. This record sounds like farts.
Yeah, he has been. I know Michael and Frummer got on Melinda when she reviewed something. Have you heard that? I didn't watch your last video. Have you heard that? Yes, I did. I watched your video where you were sitting in cold Florida overnight. And I said, cold Florida overnight doesn't count like every other state. But it was colder in Florida, apparently, than Seattle. Yeah, he's a good writer. No, are you talking about Michael or Malachi, Michael? poetry. They're both good writers, and I'm not criticizing their writing.
Mm.
I like that. But my point is, I like that background. I like that background of how the perspective of how someone came to music, a specific record when they're reviewing it, because it's different when someone buys. Like if someone is 25 right now and reviewing a Rolling Stones record, did they just get into the record in the last year, 5 years, 10 years? It's different. Not that it's better, but it's just different when someone grew up with the record. It's a different perspective. That's why I like to know.
Here's another one of
Oh.
Malachi's reviews from when he was 12. There's a naked lady on the cover.
Yeah.
When Malachi reviews stuff from the
sorry,
70s,
Melinda, sorry, I did. Sometimes a joke doesn't translate in a peanut gallery.
Hold on 1 second. Let me settle something right now. Melinda, you know Mazzy. He takes everything way too seriously.
Right.
So when you're making a joke in his direction, put an asterisk joke in your comment so Mazzy will understand you're joking.
Melinda, with all due respect, I'm just not used to you making jokes. That's not your style. I know you're funny and you got great personality, but I don't think you as a jokester.
Well, hey,
especially not.
Hold on. Mazzy, if you want to be part of the VC, insulting Melinda Murphy is not the way to go about it.
Listen, I feel like Melinda and I went to VC high school together. We kind of came up in the same class. I think we're both freshmen at the same time.
Again, don't compare yourself to Melinda Murphy.
Do not compare yourself to Melinda Murphy. Seriously.
Right, Melinda? Didn't we started around the same time, give or take a year or something, I think.
Yeah, but you're like 80 years older than she is.
Oh, I'm much older than Melinda, and that's not the point. I'm thinking
there's a cutoff.
Her and I, John Digital Gramophone, there's a group of us that are in the same classmates in a way. We kind of came up at the same time, the VC.
Hey,
yeah, but they're
concert buddy. Why are your references so 1979?
Yeah, because
you're not going to be as. Listen, you can't compete with Malachi with references like that.
Well, I was going to say Malachi referencing the Rolling Stones is kind of similar to Mazzy referencing what hip hop record did you just?
Oh, Dr. Dre.
Yeah, Dr. Dre. I mean, come on, you can do it, and it's interesting, but you have to take it with a grain of. Does this guy know what the fuck he's talking about?
I don't disagree with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
I like Malachi's writing a lot, but when he says shit like Kanye's a genius, you know. Anyway, concert, but yeah, the infamous Chronic review.
When does that ship? Like next week or something? The 10th? Is that right?
I mean, can we get like, what do you call it when you get several analysis on one thing and put them together? You create a base. My question is there enough people we know that reviewed this Prince album that we can get a true consensus of what people overall think about it? Is the thought that is like Melinda's feeling or Fremer's feeling, or is it somewhere in the middle?
I haven't heard it. I have no interest in. There was one other thing. It's funny. There was one other disagreement too that Michael Fremer and I had. One was, well, I don't want to get into that again, but it's just a different taste. But he'll reach out and talk to you. What did you say? You started a little before me, Mazzy.
He's a great guy.
Well, Jim, in a few weeks, we'll see Fremer in person, so he can communicate.
This Sunday, I'll see.
It's this Sunday.
Melinda, which box set did I drop? I did drop one. I don't remember that. Let's see.
Hey, Polymarket. Have you heard of this?
What is stopping? I don't understand what you're talking about.
It's a place where you can bet on anything.
So
anything.
Okay.
Pretty much.
All right. So what are you betting on?
I bet that Rob says moron in the next 10 minutes.
Well, Mazzy, stop being a moron.
You could bet on something like that. You can bet on who's going to be the NBA champion. You can bet on
Yeah, but that's sports. You can bet anything on sports.
Presidential election winner.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
When will the Epstein files be released? But you could, we could do it for records. We could do it for records. And the thing of it is when you put money on it, it kind of takes a lot of the emotion out of it, and it becomes a really good predictor. So we need to go to Polymarket, guys. Come on, somebody's got to
How do you introduce something to bet on there? How do you do that?
That's a good question. I just got turned on to it. They have everything. I mean, Ukraine side's peace deal. Who's going to win the F1 Drivers' Champion?
Oh, thank you, Melinda. I remember those days.
Sport, Jim, that's sports.
What will Google hit before 2026?
Again, but if you're saying you can bet on anything, that means you can introduce something to have people bet on. How do you do that?
I know Rob hates Rob hates when we talk about when we talk directly to someone in the gallery. But Melinda, I'm going to send you another email. I sent you an email a while back. I never heard back. I know you're busy. Maybe it went in your spam file. There's a collaboration with two others that I'm suggesting you include, maybe in the new year. So I'll send another email later.
Hold on. Can I just point something out? Wasn't that easy, Dave? Wasn't that easy? Well, I don't know if this is Dave. Can you say something that shows you're really Wyoming David? Can you tell me something? Because this could be a troll.
Tell me what my prison name was.
Okay, so moving forward, please don't reach out to everyone about some issue you have. Just solve the problem.
That's asking a lot of this crew, man. You're setting yourself up for a heartbreak there, Rob.
Listen, I have heartbreaks daily with this nonsense.
And yes, I did get the new Rosalia album. In fact, I have two.
You know, I am going to get.
Hold on, Bobby Gass. If I'm asking him to tell us something, don't say something that.
That's a good album, Jim.
It's fucking great. I mean, it's opera, but
it was given to me by a friend who just moved out of town, and I love it. The more
I listen to it, the more I like it. I didn't realize it was in 4 movements. So each side. I think I listened to it out of order the first time. But
hey, can you do me a favor, Jim? Can you put this on Poly, whatever? Why does anyone, a grown man over 25, give a shit about the Rosalia album?
What?
I know.
It's about music. It doesn't matter the age of the person.
You know what it is? She has a great voice. There's no.
I still think I still think the Wet Leg album is one of the top 5 records of the year.
This is better. But Wet Leg is fantastic. But Rosalia, I didn't realize she's like a, classically trained singer and from Spain.
Yeah, I remember, hold on. This is something people do. When they masturbate to someone, they give them weird, legitimate factoids. She has her hold on. Listen, guys, she has her master's in international languages.
Yeah, and she's in her 30s. She's deep in her 30s.
Jim, I'm going to give you 3 choices. Pick one. She's very intelligent and highly educated. Her singing voice is like the gods. The sky is opened up. She has a hot-ass body with a big rack. Which one is your choice?
Well, originally it was number 3. And
I ain't taking this endorsement from you, Kimbo.
Kimbo, the album before this, pretty much everyone's copy was autographed by Donald Trump. That autograph, it's on that record, the one that came before this. Anyway, yeah, it's a very sexy cover, but the music it's great. It's really good music. I mean, it's modern. It sounds modern. It's very dynamic, but you want something new. I still listen to Duffy. No, I don't, but I listen to a lot of the female singers from the 90s and 2000s and stuff like that. So Yeah. No, my cop. It looks like it was autographed. I'll find it here.
Hey, can someone start trolling Jim as Rosalia, please?
Here. See, Donald.
Yeah. You've answered my question. Thank you.
I said part 3 was. Well, never mind. So yeah, it's a good record. The new one is killer. Blah blah blah. I don't have the new Sabrina Carpenter. Not really sure who that is. I do like.
And believe it or not, Jim has grandkids who know this stuff.
Yes, I do. I even have children's who are in their 20s. Well, he doesn't really know that stuff. I think my wife might know who Sabrina Carpenter is. Why am I? That was not censorship. That was an autograph, I believe. Ricks, I'm not sure. I'm against most censorship. Anything with negative about me should be censored.
I've met Jennifer Aniston, but I'm not dating her.
So I should be working right now, and I'm not. Look at all those bundles of papers under my tape. Can you see them there? Never.
No, we can't see them.
It's really not that interesting, even if you could.
All right, we're about to get some entertainment here. Let me facilitate this person coming up.
Good, because
you're tired of doing all the heavy lifting.
Well,
you know who you remind me now. Listen, one of the best movies there is hold on, where did his email go? One of the best movies there is Throw Mama from the Train.
It's a good movie.
Jim reminds me of that guy who writes that book, 20 Women I Want to Bop. It's a coffee table book.
Yeah. What is Mazzy having a senior moment or something? I don't know.
He's fallen and he can't get up.
Spontaneous juggling.
No, I was making coffee. So.
Well, thanks for offering us some.
You. Yeah, sometimes you take us with you.
Mazzy, have you listened to that Craig Smith record yet?
Yeah, not one of them. One of them. It's
and what's your opinion?
Oh, I like it's that freak folk kind of weird stuff that's a little off kilter, not commercial, a little stony, acidy. That's cool. I like it. You know who did? Dom did a video yesterday. In the last 10 minutes, he goes into detail on Craig Smith because he has, I think, the last reissues of it.
Hey, my love box is on the way. I found a copy of it on Saturday.
That's a personal question there.
Yeah.
Comment.
No.
Yeah, I'm okay. What's the problem? Yeah. In terms of coffee, why is Melinda making coffee on her channel now? I'm not the only one who makes coffee. You see that guy Russ Shaw, who we met up with, shows his coffee on Record Sturdy Morning.
I mean, do you truly have a step-by-step video of you making coffee?
I do. I've done it a few times. I don't.
No, you do it live as you do those videos where you show you could do two things at once.
Yes, but I cut it together because, anyway.
Hey, by the way, I want everyone to know.
Hey, Elliot.
Hey,
good morning, Elliot.
I picked up a new iPad, and that's what I'm using to stream, and it's good. I got a nice keyboard with it, so hopefully I won't run into the issues where StreamYard hated my other computer and caused me to bog down. It was not my internet. This is the same internet with a new device. Better camera, I think.
Looks better.
I do have crema sometimes. It depends. I make sometimes a flat white, sometimes a latte.
All right, let's issue a challenge to Mazzy. You gotta offer some challenges to the elderly to keep them sharp. Mazzy, I challenge you to make a coffee related video, and let's see how well it does on your channel.
Yeah. See, here's what I want to do. I don't want to do one alone because I am like I'm like a punk coffee maker compared to a real barista. I
Oh.
want to get Coffee Dave and Coffee Julie in here at the same time and do a video with them, kind of telling my errors and how to improve
Get the
the
scale out,
pull.
weigh everything.
Yeah,
Hey,
'cause
can
those
I?
two do it really well, and also Joey. Joey's learned how to do it well, so the three of them can join me. But Coffee Julie and Coffee Dave, just because they have coffee in front of their name, theoretically, they're professionals. I'm not.
Hey,
That would be a
You
good
have a
one.
lot to live up to if you have that in your name.
can I
Yes.
address this?
Yeah.
Even though I put their name, I put it in their name.
So hold on. So Joey Callio had a copy of one of the Love, I think their second album that was issued by Sundays, and he didn't like how it sounded. He did a little comparison and does say that the new box sounds better, but maybe a lot of the issues he had is just the type of recording it was. But the
I
new
heard
box
that
does sound
record
better.
at his house. That was the I forget the name of it. It's the one with the kind of them sitting on the cover where
It's
it's
the
kind of fuzzy.
second. It's the second
Yeah.
album.
And it sounded a lot better, but there's still in a couple of tracks some distortion in it's in the tape. It's
Well,
in the
there's
tape.
a whole, but just tape distortion or music distortion.
Probably music distortion. It's in
Yeah,
the vocal.
but they were
a garage
psyche.
band.
They were a garage psyche band, so that's what the deal was.
Exactly. But they
Can
were
you educate
produced-
Joey Callio on music, please, Mazzy?
And that's the bread and butter of Sundays, isn't it? Is the garage band type stuff. That's what they started with.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
a
this
love
isn't the
story,
Sundays, but Sundays did reissue it.
Their bread and butter was like reissuing Dylan records initially and stuff like that.
Well,
but
Bob Irwin used to be an A&R guy at Columbia. That's why they did Moby Grape and Dylan and Donovan, all the Columbia epic acts. He got access to those tapes. Some of them are digital, some of them are actual tapes. Kevin Gray did a lot of stuff for Sundays too for a while.
Yeah, I talked to the guy, not the Irwin guy, but the guy that works with them at Sundays. I talked to him Saturday a little bit.
Irwin sold it a few years ago, so he's out of it now.
He's still with them, I believe, isn't he?
Well, I think he consults, but he sold the business.
Well, I think he sold it a couple of times, rolled into other companies, but yeah, there's only like 2 or 3 of them still with actual Sundays. They're collaborating with whoever bought them out to do a lot of the other work.
Yeah, they do some good stuff though. And they have that modern harmonic album or that label, that parallel thing. There's a lot of avant-garde, weird stuff too.
Now,
electronic.
Rob, did you get the Sun Rob bundle from Sundays?
No, because I have a lot of those records. I didn't need another copy.
Hey, Herb,
and they have like a deal with the estate where they've been issuing like later Sun Raw records. But I have something to tell you, Elliot.
Herc?
And I told people None Such did a 40% off sale, and I ordered 7 of their jazz titles.
Right.
So I'm anxious to.
That was a good sale.
That was a good sale. I have the Jeff Parker stuff's good, but I have both his albums on None Such International Anthem. But I ordered 7, but I don't know if you ordered anything, but you probably had some of those.
I did get a lot off of None Such. I got some Emmylou Harris and some Punch Brothers and stuff like that. And I did get a little bit of jazz from them as well. It was a sale about a month and a half ago that was half price.
This was this past week. Yeah.
I didn't go to them this past week, but I went to Acoustic Sounds and got a bunch for half price.
Wow.
I'm telling you, Cecile McLaurin Salvant on Non Such. That is some good shit, man.
I ordered the new soundtrack, the Greenwood from Johnny Greenwood soundtrack of One Battle After Another, because I love all P.T. Anderson's soundtracks, and he's done all the ones for P.T. recently. There Will Be Blood, Phantom Thread, and so I picked that up.
There Will Be Blood is good.
I think the Acoustic Sounds sale is still on, if I'm not mistaken, and it's some really good prices on a lot of their product.
I got to buy records from people who advertise in record.
I need to go respond to Herc because he's. I've got to renew,
Jim. I'll try to do that this week.
Okay.
Hey, hold on 1 second, Elliot. When Mazzy commands to speak, you shut your traps.
I'm trying to improve my pull.
Wait.
So
hold
I've
on.
switched.
Let me just say one thing. Herc puts a lot of nonsense in the chat. You don't have to address every single thing
No,
he
but
puts in.
we're going back to the coffee conversation. There's something called, okay, don't mock me here because I didn't invent this. A bottomless portafilter, and you have to really hone in your pull with the bottomless portafilter. You have to get it smooth. You have to have your grind perfectly, and that's the one where you kind of see all these shots, like on the interwebs, of how it kind of saturates around and comes to one little pull and pours down instead of the single or double ports, okay, or spouts. And that actually helps me. It helps you get your grind better. So I've been working with that for the last month.
Go on, Mazzy.
You gotta work on your grind.
Hold on. And I just want everyone to know, I think we're all collectively stupider for hearing that.
No, Coffee Julie and Coffee Dave have directed me and improved me. And, I'm not bad. You can't drink. I told that story before. When David and I were working on our book, we were in, was it Nantwich? No, Liverpool. We were in Liverpool, and it was the afternoon. We were exhausted, and we wanted a coffee. We're Americans. We wanted like a cappuccino or something, right? So we pull into this pub and had a big horse. The horse and it was something in the horse and the coffee pub cafe. It said, literally, it had the word cafe in it. So we go in and ask coffee, and the guy goes with a Liverpool accent, which I'm not going to try. He says, and he says, we don't serve coffee here. And I said, well, it just said cafe, we thought. He goes, there's a horse out there. Do you see any horses in here? So.
He wasn't ingratiating you for his business, was he?
Yeah. Well, we're idiot Americans, but we try to blend in as much as we can.
Hey, can I really offer something here? I don't know how much Mazzy uses this as a practice in his life of reading the room. I know, and I'm not from the UK, and I've been there several times, but I know if I walk into a pub and I look around and see no coffee drinkers, I'm not going to order a coffee.
Yeah, but okay, listen to this. You go into a pub, right? You see a lot of people drinking.
You're in England, tea.
You see, but it's not okay. You see a lot of people drinking their pints, okay? But you can go in there and order a whiskey. A lot pubs all.
Okay, Mazzy.
Stop
trying to crowbar in your ignorance.
Coffee and whiskey.
Ignorant.
Yeah. The thing of it is that they probably do have a little thing in the back to make coffee, and it tastes like shit.
Okay. Well, the first time I remember the first time I went to London in '78, that was my Kate Bush tour time for Wuthering Heights. There used to be, I don't know if it's still there. In fact, I walked by it. It's something else now. There's a little Italian cafe at the top of Carnaby Street. So if you're walking on Carnaby Street, I guess north, it's on the right when you get to the next, I forgot what that's before Oxford. I forgot which street it is. And that was the only place I could find good coffee at the time, good espresso in London.
Can I do my impression of Mazzy walking into a pub and ordering a drink? I'll have a sea breeze.
I actually asked for a pina colada in Nantwich.
What would happen if I walked into an English pub and asked for a Budweiser?
Oh, God. If you went to a bar here and asked for a Budweiser, they'd throw you out in Seattle. I'm kidding.
Yeah. I've caught on to the elitism. The elitism in the VC. I'm actually, Rob, I'm butthurt myself. I've got a real complaint with you guys, like everybody else in the VC. And I know that Michael, Poetry on Plastic, is in the gallery here. And boy, y'all hurt my feelings last time I was on so bad. I didn't even want to come back.
Hold on one second. Are you doing shtick, Elliot Cruz?
Have you ever known me not to, Rob? It was
Tell us what it was so we can do it again.
I am. It was Veterans Day or around Veterans Day. And I suggested to Michael that he go to the Golden Corral. They feed the veterans and current military free on Veterans Day. And boy, y'all hurt my feelings talking about Golden Corral. Michael said he would never set foot in the Golden Corral. And Rob, you laughed at me. And Golden Corral feeds America.
Yeah.
You can go there.
Well, okay, let's stop
Michael,
right there, Elliot. Maybe they're responsible for, 50%.
Hold on.
Obesity rates.
Listen.
Well, you go.
Hold on. I want to help.
Obesity rates in the world.
Elliot Cruz, can I help you with your argument?
Yeah, of course.
Golden Corral is what I call a full circle place. You go to Golden Corral, all you can eat and eat there. Then you rush home and sit on the toilet for maybe 40 minutes.
And you don't lose weight.
Then you use toilet paper. So all the Georgia Pacific thanks you.
Everybody profits. Everybody profits. And here
Michael,
you have to strategize too. You go at about 3:30 because the lunch senior citizen rate lunch is until 4.
What is that? What is that rate?
Like it's like about $5 cheaper. And it's even cheaper than the evening time because they start doing the steaks in the evening.
That's awesome.
So you go about 3:30. You go about 3:30 and you pay the lunch rate for senior citizens, and you eat one plate then, and you just kind of take it easy and just graze a little bit. And then they start putting the steak out and everything, and you eat your lunch and your supper all at one sitting.
This is not the VC talk that I came to the VC
There is a
for.
direct correlation between the 3 to 4 o'clock buffeters and the lack of and the high rates of foot amputation.
If you're a pro,
But sometimes we need to feel better about ourselves.
If you're a pro like Elliot Cruz, here's what you do: you go into a Golden Corral and you just pull your chair up to the buffet.
You get a rolling chair.
But in all seriousness, you can actually eat very healthy at Golden Corral. They have an excellent salad bar.
Yeah, but who does?
And
really,
sometimes I do. But
if you roll up with your horse, you bring it right inside. Just set them out in front.
But if you want to feel better about yourself and about your body image, you go to the Golden Corral. Because as Jim observed, about 60 to 70% of the people in there eating are severely obese.
The chairs ain't working.
It'll make you feel better about your own, physical health.
Hey, and listen, if you can't get enough of seeing people chewing their food with their mouth open, go to a Golden Corral.
Oh, but I feel better.
Listen, Elliot.
Hey, Rob,
good.
Wait, Rob. I feel better now that I've gotten it off my chest and I'm no longer butthurt. So
that's good advice for Michael, and Michael's still here. And in 20 years, probably give or take, he'll be a veteran, so he might need these things.
Yeah.
He might need these things. And by the way, was it Rick's? No, who is Raji? I did get the Lovecraft album, but it did come from the UK. I don't know why it's not properly here. It's hard to get. This is Super Furry Animals. Haven't listened to it yet. It came like in the last few days with all the records stored in, all this stuff. So I finally got it. So for some reason, they're not as accessible here right away, those Super Furry Animals. Not sure why.
I still have a sticker up at the end.
Hey, Chris, I don't know why you're trying to be an elitist. You live in Kentucky. I'm sure Golden Corral is the best restaurant in town.
Well, but to be truthful, very few after the pandemic, so many restaurants have shut down, especially mom and pop type restaurants. There are few places you can go to get vegetables and get vegetables, like 2 vegetables and a meat meal. Everything's sandwiches or specialty type food. if you can show self-restraint, if you go to Golden Corral and show self-restraint, you can get a salad and you can get a meat and 2 vegetables, and you can have a very healthy meal. It's not their fault that you, in fact, they would rather you showed self-restraint.
But here's the thing, Elliot.
It's not Jim, it's not their fault. It's not their fault that people can't control how much they eat.
And they just put all that shit in front of them and go eat over here.
So then Trump and Hogsworth, or whatever his name is, are right when they want to get rid of all the fat people because they're eating all that fat food in the military.
Next thing you know, they're dropping a bomb on a Golden Corral. Watch out!
Twice, and they're killing the survivors.
You're dropping a bomb in Golden Corral.
Yeah.
Now, why does this make sense? I don't care. Rob doesn't like this talk, but Rob doesn't like this talk. But
so let's talk records.
You're
records,
bombing boats. You're bombing boats, yet you pardon the Honduras guy who's one of the biggest drug dealers in prison.
Okay,
what the
that's
fuck?
awesome. That's awesome. That's incredible. That's like I can say no more.
Hey, Rob.
Yes.
That shows integrity.
Can I show some records now, buddy?
Well, you brought up this stupid ass talk. You have to bathe in it.
I know.
I just want to talk about what kind of desserts do they offer that I will not, that you have to resist. Okay, wait, Elliot. You said if you can show self-control. That's a big if.
It is.
In Yiddish, there's a saying, if mein Bubby had Batesum, she'd be my dad. She'd be my Zadie. That means if my grandmother had balls, she'd be my grandfather. And if I could show restraint, I wouldn't be sitting here, with.
And if the frog had wings, he wouldn't bump his butt all the time.
If my Bubby had Batesum, she'd be my Zadie.
All right, calm down.
Grandpa.
I have done 5 record shows in 6 weeks now.
Wow.
I have been a busy boy.
Selling some records, making a few bucks.
Selling. Well, the week before this last week, I was in Durham at Motorco, which is a music hall in Durham. And the Durham crowd is a very they're free with their cash. They don't just look and walk away. They buy records, and they're pretty eclectic too, because you got a high income folks in Durham. You've got college town, and there's a lot of positives about Durham. So Durham went great. Sold a bunch of records. Talked to a lot of people. Had a lot of fun. That's the most important thing. Had a lot of fun. And but the week before that, we tried something. Another guy I sell with, who's on the VC. His name is Todd. Todd is Gray Beards Nation is his channel on in the vinyl community. Real nice guy. And Todd does some pop-ups. And this guy was at one of his pop-ups and invited him to come to his restaurant and do a pop-up in a few weeks. And so he got me and 5 other guys, 7 of us total, that did a pop-up at Hooters at near the Raleigh-Durham Airport. And
that's smart. That's good. I like that.
We didn't get a huge turnout. There were I sold some records to the waitresses and the manager, and there's one couple that came in and bought a bunch of records. So I did sell some records to them. But Hooters didn't go that well, but they fed us. It didn't cost anything for the table.
Wow.
They fed us. And there were such sweet, nice young ladies that were the waitresses there. I enjoyed.
And if you think about it, there must have been 21 boobs in there.
There was at least 22.
But I'm sorry, I meant even number.
Yeah, even number, please. But if you counted me as a boob, just as an idiot.
Do they have veggies at Hooters? Concert Buddy wants to know.
I'm not sure. I did not look at the menu.
Guys, we all know they serve chicken wings and carrots and celery. Okay, calm down.
All right,
Elliot.
Yes.
Show the fucking records, man.
Okay. Be so blunt about it. There's a new record store that opened in Fuquay Varina, just about 15 miles from my house. A very, very nicely put together place. Expensive. It's called, I forget the name of it, but it's in Fuquay. You can Google it if you're in the Fuquay Varina area. But I wanted
Elliot,
to,
I'm putting you on a timer. Show the records.
Okay. I got this Oscar Peterson and Oscar Brand and Gene Ritchie record, just a archive of folk music from them.
Okay.
And this is Mazzy gone? Mazzy, you need to be looking now.
You probably, with all the poop talk, it started
He's
his
gone to the
system.
bathroom.
Take the kind of
I got this EP from them. This Billy Bragg, London, Moscow, Washington, live and dubious, help save the youth of America.
I'm here. Now, Michelle just left. I just helped her with her
All right,
stuff.
there you go. Wanted to show you that one, Mazzy.
That's one of those good commie socialist records.
Yeah, it's an EP. But the really good record I got from this this new place in Fuquay Varina is on World Pacific. This is Sonny Terry and Brownie McGee. Blues is a Story.
It's funny they're smiling there because on stage they were great together and they hated each other.
They hated each other off stage. From 62, I believe it is. And the guy did the pop-up with at Hooters. He brought me a record. He said, I knew this would be something you might be interested in. This is Edna Ritchie, which would be Gene Ritchie's sister, playing the mountain dulcimer. This is on Folk Legacy Records, which looks a lot like Folkways from 62. And at the record show in Durham, let me find this one now. I found this record. The jacket's not in good condition, but the vinyl is really nice. On Vanguard.
Oh, hold on, you're echoey.
I'm not doing it.
Hold on, let me mute you. Hello? I guess it's me. Hold on, let me.
What's the problem?
This is better now.
That noise outside is the HOA gardeners across the street, probably.
I don't know.
Well, while you're messing with it, this is John Hammond Jr. on Vanguard. Haven't checked the year yet.
Hello?
Given this a play.
I turned off echo cancellation, I think.
That worked? Okay.
Yeah.
And this is on Vanguard. Rich boy, yet he's able to really channel the blues. And you know, the Pink Anderson record that just got re-released.
I have that.
Yeah, I did a review of that. If anybody wants to go to my channel and watch my review of that album.
Now it's back. Okay.
But prior to that, in 1951, I believe it was, Pink Anderson recorded about 6 or 8 songs. And a few years later, Reverend Gary Davis recorded about the same number of songs. And Riverside released this record, which is gospel, blues, and street songs, Reverend Gary Davis and Pink Anderson. And it's one side is Pink Anderson and one side is Reverend Gary Davis.
Okay, hold on. Sorry, Elliot.
That's
It's coming from Mazzy for some reason. So can you go out and come back in, Mazzy? Because I muted you and it stopped. So I think it's his coffee maker that did it. Go on, Elliot. I'm sorry.
That's probably what it is. And I was just going to show one other thing.
Elliot's muted.
Am I muted now? Can you hear me?
Can anyone, Jim, say something?
I can hear. I can hear him.
What's going on? Can anyone hear me? Can people hear me? Nod your head, yes.
Yeah.
Well, I can't hear any of you now. Let me go back in audio. Okay. Can you guys talk now?
Yes. Can you hear me?
There
Hold on.
was
I'm going to
the
remove you from the screen and then bring you back in. Okay. That was easy. And let me remove him, but I'm going to bring him back in. Okay. Now talk, Elliot.
Can you hear me now?
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me. Can anybody else hear me?
Why don't you all leave and come back in and see what happened? Maybe Mazzy just destroyed my whole stream. That was his
That might
master
be what
plan.
happened.
Yeah, come out, refresh your browser. Let's see. Can people in the chat hear me? Say yes. The audio's over. Can you hear me? Okay, thank you, CJ. Now let's see if they come back. Or you'll have to watch me show or talk about Golden Corral. Okay, now Elliot's back. Let's see what happens. Elliot, talk.
Yes. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can't hear him.
You can or can't?
Can people hear Elliot and Mazzy?
I can hear Elliot.
Let me know.
I can hear
Because
Elliot.
I'll go out and come back in.
I can hear Elliot. Yes. Can you hear me,
Okay,
Elliot?
I'm gonna come back.
I can.
Okay,
all Rob.
So it's not us. It's fucking Rob.
Well, let me show you.
Let's take over Rob's show. Let's all bluegrass for the next hour.
I'll show this last record. When we're buying and selling at the shows, you know, we end up buying and selling to each other, fellow sellers, a whole lot. And there was a guy that a real nice guy, AJ, I believe was his name, and he kind of specialized in punk and that reggae, punk, ski, and stuff like that. But he had gotten a collection recently, and he had 3 John Hartford records. And you know, if people are looking for bluegrass type stuff, the other sellers that might not have much say, well, I've got this little bit here, but if you don't see anything you're looking for there, go over and check that guy over there out talking about me. He'll have some. And I do the same thing. If I get certain genres, I know people aren't going to come to my table looking for that genre. So I'll make a trade or sell to another seller that would specialize more in that sort of thing. Well, this guy had 3 John Hartford records. He had 2 of Mark Twain and right there, 2 of Mark Twain, and then another compilation, John Hartford. So at the end of the show, I said, if you don't sell that one by those at the end of the show, let's see if we can work a deal out. So there were 10, 10, and 20, 10, 10, and 15, so $35. So I gave them $25 and got all 3 of them. And not so much that I'm probably going to make much more. This is a good, I'll probably mark this at 12 and maybe sell it at 10 if somebody wants to negotiate. But about a $10 to $15 record is what this is. And so it's not so much that I'm going to make any money off this record, but people are going to come to my table and they're going to want, you know, have you got any Tony Rice? Have you got any John Hartford? So on and so forth. And hopefully if I've got this and they're happy with that, they'll end up buying, instead of just this one record, 2 or 3 records. So it's kind of a, what's the term for it? In
a loss leader.
A loss leader. Yeah. Yeah. I can afford to buy something and pay a little bit more for it so that I've got it, what people are looking for. Yeah. So this is my favorite John Hartford album, by the way. Mark Twain, totally by himself. Nobody else is on the album. He has a piece of plywood flooring, and he's put mics under the plywood, and he beats out the rhythm. He's his own percussionist. He plays the rhythm and the beat, maintains the beat by dancing in place on this piece of plywood as he plays banjo, fiddle, guitar, usually fiddle and banjo. This has got some great tunes on it. The Julie Bell Swain probably being my favorite on here. Skipping in the Mississippi Dew, Long Hot Summer Days, kind of stories. He was a riverboat captain. He had his pilot's license. And it's just
Apparently
kind of
Paul McCartney
stories
did too.
of being on the river. So if you ever see this album, folks, and you're looking for a quirky, very quirky, a quirky bluegrassy acoustic album, Mark Twain is what you want to look for. Which, by the way, Mark Twain is a river piloting reference originally, and that's where Mark Twain got his what's his name, Samuel Clemens.
By the Mark Twain.
Yeah, that's where he got his pseudonym from, the river.
By the Mark Twain.
Yep.
It was the mark on the thing,
Mm-hmm.
on the stick.
So that's what I've got, Rob. Thank you for letting me show those.
Well, no problem. It was so nice of you to eventually get to it.
Yeah.
Hey, can I show a CD?
Well,
Have you ever seen this?
No,
Blue?
never my entire life.
yeah.
Oh,
Could you make it harder to read?
That's
please?
those local guys. I met. That's
I've seen that somewhere, but I don't know where.
Is that the recording company?
This
The
is why am I blanking on their name? They're such cool guys.
Yeah, they're printers and record makers. They did the
Yeah.
first. They did
They're
the
in
first Camper Van Beethoven record.
they're by Mount Whitney. They're
Yeah, I did a thing with them earlier this year.
the packaging is incredible.
They do the most amazing CD comps, and they do records.
This is Woo, which is I never heard of them.
They did the David J. Demos album.
82 electronica.
Yeah,
It's really fucking good, man. It's really good. The job these guys do.
they do
Look at
good.
this. The booklet comes with. Who knows these guys? I never heard of them, and they're really good.
They do a lot of
what kind of music is it?
electronic.
It's electronica.
They'll do psychedelic folk, electronic. They did David J. from
Here's the CD.
yeah,
I have.
from Bauhaus, and
Hold on. I have all their shit. They
You
do
never
a-
heard of them, but you loaded up once you did, didn't you?
What's that?
So you never heard of them until you loaded up on them once you did.
Yeah. Here.
It looks like recipe cards from the 70s.
The
That's what it
size
looks
is
like
a
to
bit
me.
of a-
no, their packaging is really amazing because
Yeah.
they do letter set printing, and
Yeah.
it's all handmade stuff. Yeah,
Torn
It
boards.
looks like you went to the stationery store and picked up some note cards.
Yeah.
okay.
I only have one record of theirs. Everything else is CD.
That's the kind of gifts you buy friends who pull their
Oh,
own.
this is killer. Land of a Thousand Dances. This. Anyone remember this? No. I don't know. I learned about this shit from these guys.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
Yeah, we did a conversation a lot earlier.
Are they there in LA?
No, they're in.
Well, they're outside of LA. They're Southern California.
No, they're not. They're in Bishop, California, which is
So
near
that's-
Mammoth.
Anything south of San Francisco is Southern California.
Right.
Is it really?
South of San Jose.
They're in Mammoth.
Southeast of San Jose.
It's Independent Project Records.
Yeah.
Does the
And
music
independent
sound
project-
better at that altitude?
And they also have parallel independent project printing. So
Yeah.
they do both.
So go to Independent Project Records. They've got a killer fucking lineup of stuff.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Really good. I like those guys. Anyway, just thought I'd show off all this crap.
Yeah, Southern California. You wonder why people forget it. It's great driving through the valley. Actually, I've done it many times.
Driving through the valley?
No, you got to put chains on your tires to drive up to Mammoth.
Yeah, Mammoth is like other side of the Sierra Nevada mountains.
Yeah.
It's in this Owens Valley between the Sierra Nevadas and the White Mountains on the way up to Yosemite, the back way to Yosemite. I had a cousin that was the superintendent of schools for Inyo County, which is up there.
Mm-hmm.
And which mountain range is that?
Well, there's the Sierra Nevadas, and then if you go east, there's the Owens Valley, and then there's the White Mountains.
Okay.
Which
Yeah,
the
I
White
knew this.
Mountains have a plant on it called the bristlecone pine, which is the oldest living thing, I think.
When
Wow.
people come from like Europe, they don't. They're like they seem to be surprised how big America, well, how big California alone
I'm
is.
telling you,
I don't know how many places, literally, in the United States, that you within a 3-hour drive can go from the beach to like skiing.
And to the redwoods and yeah,
North
I mean,
Carolina.
the desert.
it's so.
the thing is we have very high, tall, 8,000 foot mountains right
I can
behind
stand. I can walk out of my apartment like a 1
You
minute
never
walk.
do.
No, I don't.
Your
A
mountains.
one.
Yeah.
All right, stop with the jokes. I can walk like 1 minute and see the beach, and then see the mountains with snow on it.
If I went out on my dad's boat today, we could see snow on the mountains.
Can you go on your dad's boat and then probably fall out of it?
I go down the hill to Rainier and I look south and I see the big snow-capped Mount Rainier, this beautiful mountain at the end. And a nice day.
But you're not going to do that half naked on a boat today.
Yeah, I could go on a boat on the lakes here.
Where I sit in North Carolina, which is the closest to the central part of North Carolina and still be in eastern North Carolina, I can drive 2 hours and 15 minutes and be at the beach, and I can drive 3 hours and a half and be in the mountains.
Or he can just stumble out his front door. He can stumble out his front door and drink some moonshine.
You got hills, not mountains, my friend.
Yeah. Well, the mountains in east of the Mississippi are not nearly as large as tall as they are west of the Mississippi. That's for sure.
Too old.
Do you know the highest?
And hold on. We don't want to offend Elliot by saying the term hill.
That is offensive. Don't do it. Does anybody know the highest point east of the Mississippi River?
The White Mountains?
Probably in Mill Valley when someone's
east.
like
He said east.
No,
you putz.
East of the Mississippi.
Well, the highest point is in California.
Is it up in New Hampshire, the White Mountains?
The top of your head?
What is it?
It's Mount Mitchell, 6,684 feet above sea level.
And where is that?
That's in North Carolina.
And sometimes Elliot likes to run to the top of Mount Mitchell and scream, "Meet me at the Cracker Barrel."
Well, I taught North Carolina history for way too long. And one of the things, when we were teaching the geography, that's one of the important things to know is the highest point east of the Mississippi is Mount Mitchell, and it's 6,684 feet. And you wonder sometimes if people, if your students ever retain anything. And years after, one of my former students was in college or high school or something, and they had a call-in on a morning TV show. Our trivia for today, can you name the highest point? And this young lady called in and told them it's Mount Mitchell, 6,684 feet. And they said, wow, because she called in, right as they brought up the question. And they said, how'd you know that? They said, she said, my teacher, Mr. Cruz, taught us that in the 8th grade. So something was retained anyway.
Very nice. That's good.
And then she started screaming and blood dripped out of her eyes.
How old? Anyway, does she? Anyway, no, I don't want to be mean.
No, don't go there, Jim.
A very nice young lady, and I think she went on to. I don't think that's the one that went on to become a doctor. I think she went on and obtained her postgraduate degrees in some sort of a medical field, medical administration or something like that. Very nice young lady. It's always great to see the young people succeed that go through there. And it's not because we really do anything other than we don't screw them up too much. You don't make anything bad. We kind of help them along. But it's nice. I know of at least 2 of my former students that became doctors. And that's a point of pride for me.
I spent 10 years in the educational system.
Yeah, but Elliot,
I disappointed every one of my teachers. Every one of them.
Hold on. We need to get this clear. Elliot?
Yes.
How many of your former students are serving prison time?
At least 2. I know of 2.
It's my theory of everything evens out.
That is somewhat true. I know of at least 2 that have served prison time. But I taught them at that age, that 13, 14-year-old age, when the brain is all kind of scrambled as it's renewing itself for becoming an adult. So kids are a little confused at that age, and things don't process very good. So you kind of think, this child is never going to succeed in the world. This child's going to be dependent on others for her or his entire life. And most of the time I was proven wrong, thankfully. I remember there was one boy I taught early in my career, and I said, he's just dumb as a bag of bricks. He just don't understand nothing processes. And 10 years later, he was running his own business highly successfully.
Was he a dealer?
No, he was in the construction business. I don't remember if it was drywalling or plumbing or what, but he was in the construction business, and he wasn't working for somebody else. He had a.
Well, 13 is that pivotal. That's why you get bar mitzvahed in Jewish tradition. That's when you become a man theoretically. Yeah. And my 13 was Jimi Hendrix, Sgt. Pepper, The Doors, psychedelia at 13 years old.
Well,
Pink Floyd.
That's the brain, not to get too technical because I can't, but the brain, as it grows, the branches out at about 12 or 13, it's like they're pruning those branches of the brain so that it can sprout new.
You sound like Chauncey Gardner talking. Chauncey Gardner from being
that's right around the age 13, 14 when I was taking a lot of LSD. I mean,
that's really scary.
I mean, a shit ton.
No wonder now,
because the brain is it's going through so many changes.
So I was taking LSD 3 times a week for for a very long time.
No wonder.
And I developed.
It stunted your growth, apparently.
I developed a stutter. So I stopped taking LSD and the stutter went away. But yeah, it was bad. I was playing games in my brain where I would.
It's interesting when you drive around with someone and you go, see that place over there? That's where I first took marijuana.
I have a drug-a-log. I got so fucked up one time.
You remember the very first time you smoked a joint?
Yes, the very first time I smoked marijuana was underneath the Shakespeare Bridge in East Hollywood off Franklin, the Franklin Bridge. And it was really bad marijuana. It was pretty bad. I don't know
if you run the Shakespeare Bridge, you should have become much more eloquent as a result.
Didn't work out.
I was in a tent with my buddies in Samuel P. Taylor Park. We were camping out on the weekend, and I was the last holdout, I guess. They were smoking maybe 6 months, 8 months.
You were the Paul McCartney of the group?
Yeah, the acid with him. He waited.
Right.
But yeah, that was my first time. But it literally took me almost a year to feel it. I don't know, bad pot, whatever. I just didn't get stoned. It was weird.
The first time I took LSD, I was 12, almost 13. Yeah, maybe I was 11, almost 12. And it was on a Friday night, and there was a party. a house party at 12 years old. We went to a house party, and oh my God, did I have a great time. I remember, I don't know how I got home. I got home and I was looking, it was 1969 or 68, and they were on the fucking moon. And I was looking at the moon, and I look at hair, and I'm like, what is going on? And I realized at that time, at age 12, that nothing is what it seems.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It wasn't peer pressure for me. It was just, I didn't feel ready. I didn't want to. And then finally I wanted to, you know,
I was so fucking
my
ready.
buddies weren't teasing me about not doing it.
Are you talking about drugs or sex?
Well, no, the first time I had sex, I was fucking terrified. You know, I was all alone. And
I think you said that about 30 times, that joke.
It's
not a joke. I know, we know it's not a joke.
It's what's his name? Anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, was I scared? Ooh, was I scared? I was all alone.
So Kimbo and I are having an auction tomorrow, Wednesday, 4:30, whatnot, just to let you know.
Got any good records?
There's some good stuff. I mean, it's kind of your, I might put some more in. It's your basic catalog stuff. He bought a collection, and mostly all clean brand, like reissues, a lot of reissues. So not a lot of one rarity. There's a copy, a crunchy copy. But if you're into Skip Spence's Ore, and I have to load him up on the thing today, the copy of Ore. So that's a rare record on Columbia. The guy, Skip Spence from Moby Grape.
The band OAR?
No, it's Skip
was
Spence
that?
who was in Ore.
That was the friend of Harry?
Well, no, his friend of Harry was in that was Peter Miller, I think, who was in Moby Grape. Skip Spence was the acid casualty that left. He was in Jefferson Airplane on the first album playing drums. Then he would switch. He went to Moby Grape, and then he left. He had some Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, but it's got to be. It's kind of not unlike that Craig Smith record we just got. It's in that vein.
LSD did stunt my growth. It did. We can say
Jerry
that.
Miller. Yeah, Jerry Miller.
I had a friend, you know, we used to all, as teenagers, gather in the parking lot of the fast food restaurant, you know, in the evenings and stuff. And I'll never will forget two brothers that I'd known growing up all my life. And then all of a sudden, one of the brothers would not speak anymore. And I remember being in that parking lot, and you know, he would whisper things in his brother's ear, and his brother would do all the talking. And it was because he had done some really bad acid, and it messed his head up so bad. And I don't know if he ever got better from that, but he, I mean, it wasn't that he had done it that night. I'm talking about that's the way he was for the rest. Like he was a junior in high school, senior in high school, something like that. That's the way he was for as long as I knew him. I don't know where he is today, but that kind of discouraged me from doing too much of the psychedelic stuff.
Yeah.
There were not a lot, but you know, there were a number of kids that went cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, but they went cuckoo at the age that kids go cuckoo. You know, that's when that shit happens. I'm not sure that the acid had anything to do with it. Maybe it triggered it, but I know a guy I have a friend who's schizophrenic. He's been on medicine for 100 years, and it wasn't the acid that made him schizophrenic.
But would it have been dormant had it not been for
that's it. With this guy, I kind of doubt it because he was out of his mind.
I had a friend that was paranoid schizophrenic, but what happened was he got out of high school, and he, unlike a lot of us that went to college and were broke for 4 or 5 years, you know, and didn't have any money. And this was as cocaine was becoming, you know, more of a working man's drug rather than the elite wealthy people's drug. And he took a job at a tire manufacturer, and the people that work at the tire manufacturing place, a Goodyear place, they made tons more money than anybody else around here. And you talking about an 18, 19-year-old kid that's suddenly making adult money and staying in their mother's, you know, in their parents' their old grown up bedroom. So they spent very unwisely, and he got a real bad cocaine habit. And that paranoid schizophrenia came out in him and totally
That's the age, right?
Totally
19, 20, 21.
disabled him for years.
Can we fucking wish Ivan a happy birthday tomorrow? He's like groveling here.
Happy birthday, Ivan.
Hold on one second.
He's all upset that we are not issuing him happy fucking birthday.
How old are you, Ivan? Yvonne?
Ivan's 29.
You know what? We don't know it's your birthday. How are we supposed to know it's your birthday?
I think
schizophrenia is not the end of the world. It's not that dark, concert buddy. My friend, he's fine. He's nuts, but he's fine.
Oh God.
He's fine.
What's on the docket this week, Chance? How can you? We already
Can we talk about me. I have so many boxes to make.
Hey, can everyone do me a favor and report all the trolls in the comment section? If we know their IP address, their main channel will get taken down. Does the person who's doing it understand that if enough people report your channel, all your main channel will be taken down? That's how it works. Okay. Sorry, let me fix this. Sorry.
Seriously, happy birthday, Ivan. Congratulations.
Yeah, Ivan.
My name is Ivan.
Yeah.
I'm an engine driver.
Mazzy, I was so shocked and pleased to see that you and Big E have reconciled your differences.
We have.
That's great.
Big E, well, he used to come up, and I don't know why he used to come up and say, "Oh, why is Mazzy here? Why is Mazzy?" I finally reached out. I actually do, despite what Rob says and other people say. If there's an issue with someone, I try to reach out. Michael 45, I tried to reach out. The other guy here who hates all this Boomer and Kevin Gray stuff, yet he buys all this Boomer and Kevin Gray stuff. He'll buy it and he'll bitch about it, and he'll bitch about me and Rob and all that stuff. But I reached out for a while. I finally gave up because it did no good. But I tried to, Elliot, seriously.
Well, I think that's glad. I mean, Big E's fine. He just always had there was something about you that rubbed him the wrong way.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair enough.
I'm glad y'all have mended fences. That's wonderful.
I'm glad. I'm glad Big E comes here every Tuesday and Thursday and hangs out.
And Rob, I think I know who you're talking about that's giving you a hard time, saying you're not.
Now, who is this? This GR33 says I never tried to reach out to me. I don't know who you are. I can't tell by that name. Who is that person?
Well, I can tell you, Mazzy. You can click on and go to their channel.
Junk 3. I don't know who that is.
Well, they have a wrench.
They
have a wrench. And by the way, Patrick did a service. He posted, I think, on one of his community posts, how you can go into your YouTube and change your name back to what your handle was. So that person has a wrench. So it's someone. I just don't.
Just tell me who you are, your name, because I can't tell by that moniker. So, and if I didn't reach out, I don't reach out to everyone. I mean, it's like, if someone has if you don't like me, you don't have to like me. I don't really care.
Reach out, Maz.
Richard James? I don't have a problem with Richard. I don't even know Richard James except for here. I don't think I know him ever. And it's hard to, if someone doesn't come up and you don't know them, it's hard to judge. I mean, Big E, anyway.
Question
mark. I made a snide remark toward Concert Buddy saw it, and I think he kind of called me on it. It was a little harsh toward Jason.
You know what? The best thing to do, Elliot, is not to mention his name. There you go.
Okay. Well, that person, I made a comment about maybe because I was jealous that all these people were going overseas to these record shows. That something about being a trust fund kid or something. I don't have any
talk about
idea.
that for a second. Any of us. We prioritize how we want to spend our money if we have money or whatever the thing is,
Yeah. Well, it was
And everyone,
uncalled. It was uncalled for
yeah,
on my
yeah,
part, but I was trying to be funny. You know,
yeah.
I wasn't trying to be real.
And we prioritize
I
that.
was being a little bit mean, but not real mean. But
Yeah. So that's how it works out, you know? I mean, I'm not in embarrassed or have to be defensive of I grew up on the West Coast. I bought a house in San Francisco when I was 35 and then sold it 25 years later. That's how you make it, you know?
well, I'm just legitimately jealous of people that travel a lot. I'm just jealous of them.
Yeah.
I'll admit it. You know, I don't get to travel, and doggone it, I'm jealous of people that do. My best friend travels a lot, goes to Europe and places like that pretty often, and
I'm
travels
going to
all
try
over the United
Singapore.
States. And I'm
Go ahead.
jealous of him. I'm jealous of all you people that travel. That don't
Yeah.
mean I don't love you. I just-
Gardens.
But again, here's the request I'll make of anyone who cares. I gave a lot of people wrenches. Some people took advantage of using the wrenches. This person who's on a campaign against me, I'm not going anywhere. You can do everything you want. You think you can trigger me. I'm not upset. But here's really what this person is asking everyone to do. And we still have 161 people watching right now. I will request that if you enjoy this stream and like watching it, here's the favor I will ask of each one of you. Go to the person who seems to like to be impersonating me and doxing where I work and talk about where I work. You wouldn't want any of that to happen to you, right? So please go to that each account because it's the same IP address and report that person. Report them. So if they get 161 reports, they'll be gone, and they'll have to go to some other effort to show how much of an idiot they are.
Oh, I didn't.
That's really if we are a community of people here and share the same interest and enjoy spending 2 hours together, listen to Elliot talk about his Golden Corral escapades. That's the request I'm going to make of you. Do me that favor.
Rob,
And yes.
I didn't
you
realize
made
they
one
were.
error this morning. Apparently, we just found out because of Harry. You posted the link in the wrong thread this morning. I think you posted in a thread with Kimbo and not the one with Harry. So
I
Harry
apologize, Harry. But Harry, if you don't get a link, it's as
asked
easy
for
as
it.
you reaching out and say, "Can I have a link?" I have no problem giving you one.
Rob,
But I mean, we know that there are really just two people who think they're antagonizing me by making up accounts with my picture and saying where I work and how bad it is. Well, they know nothing. They're trying to trigger me or antagonize me or whatever. They're not. It's hysterical to me that so many people has made it their mission. Remember 45? I would love to do an hour going through how 45 tried to cancel me. I'd love to go through all of it. But that's what he really tried to do. And if anyone had power to influence people, he kind of did. I'm still here.
I remember that.
Yeah, going on 5 years of doing this. It doesn't work. And you're not really I'm not screaming and yelling. You mean nothing to me, but none of us this particular person has done some horrible shit. And then they go up on streams and say, "I didn't do it." Let's eliminate them. We all, if we are a community of people, let's get rid of the people who really don't like this and don't like participating in this. They like coming in and being idiots. And I have no problem pointing it out. So my request of you, 161 people right here, it's as simple as you right-clicking on them on the three dots and reporting them. I bet you if YouTube gets 161 reports today, that person's account will be non-existent. There you go. Thank you.
See, I don't even know which one is doing that. What are they going? What pseudonym are they going under?
Well, Elliot, it's obvious.
And in closing, I want to thank Rob for this wonderful artist interpretation of when I finished watching the Beatle anthology, which I loved. And it's me and Paul McCartney and Jules Holland on Paul's boat from 1994 there. So thank you, Rob.
We'll be back. Yeah. We'll be back here Thursday morning. And anyone who would like to come up and talk, reach out to me. Not everyone can come up and talk. There's some people that are not camera ready.
I get up.
Listen, Zeb, you might be one of them. Zeb, you're not a big fan of me. You like to go places and complain about me. You do. So it might be you, Zeb. Okay. Thanks for coming out. Everyone good. Try and have a good day. Okay.
Have a good day, everybody.
Bye.
Hey, everybody. Take care.